The trucks were north of the border last week, throwing their things around at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. The action was as hot as it gets, with all of the engines throbbing under the hoods. Turd Ferguson led the early going, but then the first round of pit stops served as a reminder of the climate change activists' impact on the race, as Godzilla and Darth Vader were sabotaged. Turd Ferg was still hot to trot after the stops, but then Walker Texas Ranger drop-kicked him off the track, bringing out the first caution. With different trucks using different pit strategies, the race would be up for grabs down the stretch, as Dorothy, Bob Vila, Pablo Escobar, and John Wilkes Booth succumbed to suspected foul play. The race for the win was still in your mouth. A heart-stopping final round of pit stops cycled through with Billy Ocean in the lead, but with under 10 laps to go, his truck started smoking, clearing the way for Mark Martin and his unlimited T levels to run away with the victory. And with that,
gentlemen, start your engines, brothers!
Known affectionately in rap songs as the 804, there is a city along Interstate 95 that is rich with history. It was here in Richmond, Virginia, that John Henry delivered his famous "Give me liberty or give me death" speech. But he forgot about a third option: red-hot racing action on a Saturday night. We are live at Richmond Raceway for the I Can't Believe It's Not Butter 160 for race 23 of Winter 23. All right, a quick pace lap here. Let's send it down to Andre the Giant on pit road for some pre-race thoughts. What do you got, Andre?
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. We're here at Richmond. Like you said, the I Can't Believe It's Not Butter 160. All the women here are quivering, thinking about Fabio from those 1990s commercials for I Can't Believe It's Not Butter. Personally, he makes me sick. Thinking about him and just sweating everywhere and his muscles and just being dominant male.
Andre, you got anything about the actual race?
Yeah, we have 160 laps here, and the pit window should be a little bit over 40 laps, so we should only have 3 stops. But we'll send it up to you. The race has begun.
Yeah. Thanks. Mark Martin starting P40 here because he won at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. We flip the grid every race. All of the trucks have 100% equal ratings. What's important here in the early going is we'll see on the first snapshot. Oh, no random caution either. It's a short track. We'll have a caution somewhere, and the whole point of the random caution is to get a caution in an otherwise non-caution race. But yeah, the first snapshot here, whenever I throw it up, probably around lap 20, really, there's going to be some big numbers, just because some trucks are going to get on the inside line, like I am right now. And this is the best time you got to make hay right now, gaining spots and trapping some trucks on the outside line. It's just the way she goes.
Stay low. Stay low.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar gets into me.
Still there.
And Gritty had a chance. I was going to let Gritty in, and that was going to really affect my charge to the front. But he stayed up high. Charge to the front. I'm in like 38th place right now.
Stay low. Truck up high. Stay low. Truck up high. Stay low.
I turned the spotter up a little bit this race because this is the finalized version that I uploaded. I've taken out some of the more obnoxious calls, like the En Fuego thing and everything. Which, again, it's funny not even funny, it's just, oh, that's unique. The first time you hear it, first couple times, and it gets old, especially when it's one of the call-outs you hear every race. But I've tightened the get behind and come around the call-outs. And that's really, I mean, You're really chasing your own tail with that stuff. Trying to nail the perfect tone of your voice for all of it, getting the perfect length of the word "the" and everything.
Clear. Truck up high.
I could spend
Clear.
20 years trying to nail that. Probably not. I probably could nail it, but I don't know.
Still there.
Pablo Escobar out in the lead here early. There's the top 10 in the bottom right.
Clear. Truck up high. Still there. Stay low. Truck up top. Stay low. Truck up top.
Not seeing anything glaring yet in the standings. As far as, there's 40 trucks I got to keep track of and where they started. It's just a matter of just a perfect storm of remembering certain things.
Clear. Truck up high. Stay low. Stay low.
Like your mom, if it stuck out to me where she started,
Clear.
I'd comment on that, but I can't think of where I don't know.
Clear up top.
But I've done my job. I've gained 12, 13 spots here on this this early frantic start, and I'm cutting in front of Cream there, Chad Crow. I'm in a Chad Crow sandwich right now with Newman in front of me, Cream behind me. It looks like that block I put on Kareem sent him to the high side. Chad Crow's not going to be happy about that.
Truck up high. Stay low. Truck up top. Still there.
I'm always in the back of my mind. I'm always thinking about, like, wow, I made this move on this truck, like something with Kareem there. Like Chad Crow might literally be upset with me,
Clear.
and then I just have to remember that I'm giving away free money, and it's not like I just ran into the church and peed on him during his wedding or something. Like, it's just it's not like, it's just. It's all random. John Denver back here? Is he supposed to be back here? I can't remember. I mean, he's Mr. Consistency. We can always just assume he started middle of the pack pretty much. And that actually sounds about right.
Keep plucking that chicken. Keep digging. Truck outside. Clear up top. Truck up high. Stay low. Truck up top. Clear up top. Truck up high. Still there.
Boy, I tell you what, I'm really taking advantage of the field being side by side. I've gained a lot of spots here early. Albert Einstein sneaking in there. Walker stuck on the high side, losing spots. I did notice the trend that ever since I had mentioned that that's my friend, Matt Geiger, that ever since I mentioned that at Pocono, Walker has been losing, just falling. This is really funny. If I was trying to fix all this, there's still no way I could fix it unless I just kept on running races, the same race over and over again to make sure his trucks had good finishes enough over the course of 30 races for him to win the championship so I can save $50 or whatever. It's not worth it. Too many things can go wrong. DNFs, wrecks, getting stuck on the high side at Richmond in the early going and losing all these spots. But anyway, on the backstretch here, we will throw up our first snapshot of the race. See where your favorite trucks are. Andre the Giant on pit road. What do you got for us? And try to stay focused on the race here. Talk about the race.
Yeah, Jeff, how about not tell me how to do my job? That'd be great. But yeah, Pablo Escobar in the lead here in the early going. Hank Hill up to P7, just the name that sticks out. Godzilla P8. He's been having some bad finishes recently, so it's good to see him hang out in the top 10. And looking through the rest of the field, Joe Dirt, a big name in the points race, is P20. John Denver, another big name, is P22. And you see Mark Martin there, probably the biggest mover early on. 15 spots for Mark Martin, just a legendary performance for him, even though he's kind of a dick. And your mom bringing up the rear, 8.5 seconds back from Pablo Escobar. That's all I got for you now, Jeff. Back to you.
Thanks, Andre. I will say Mark Martin is not a dick, and I don't know who Jeff is. So, yeah, we're on lap 25 right now. Pit stop's coming in about 15 laps or so. But before the field snapshot interrupted me, I was talking about how hard it would be to fix these races. And, you know, with everything happening recently with the NFL playoffs and everything, I mean, anytime a team loses, you know, you want to find a reason why you lost. So it was rigged. The refs are rigged. The sports gambling, it's all rigged. You know how hard it would be to actually pull off rigging like those those football games without it being blatantly obvious. Like, yeah, there's some calls that didn't go your way, borderline calls for sure, but it would have to be blatantly obvious. Like, if I don't know, it's just it's fun to think about some grand conspiracy with that stuff, but there's just no way. Like, you'd have to basically, I've talked about this before, like noticing patterns and then just ignoring the things that go against your pattern. That's basically how conspiracy theories work, is you find everything that supports the theory, and then you just, because you're so all in with that conspiracy theory that you'll totally ignore any evidence that points to the contrary. And that's the same thing with that stuff. Like, you would have to, like, for a football game to be rigged, you would have to go back, watch every play, watch every play, see what isn't called, what is called, and there's going to be some calls that go in your favor that go against your theory that the game was rigged, and you'll just ignore those and be like, well, there was the pass interference late in the game, it's rigged. No. And that's if only that's only if the refs are the only ones rigging it. There are people that think like the whole thing is scripted, like all the players, and like it's nuts. Anyway, about 10 laps from pit stops here, I'd say. I lost a spot to Randy Savage after I paused the game for the snapshot. But gaining 25 spots here in the early going, that's unbelievable. What did I say? 25? No, 15. I'm P25. I've gained 15. PBS Sports has been on my case about doing more show promos. I haven't I haven't done them in a while. So that should be coming up after a commercial break. Yeah, no DNFs. MacGruber's now in 40th. I'm thinking Randy Savage dropped here. Right? Because I think he finished... I don't know, actually. Or no, he started near the back, didn't he? I don't know. As I've said, 40 trucks, it's hard to keep track of everything. Especially when they're all equally matched, and who knows who's going to be making a charge for the points lead. When in other seasons, you know, there's 3 or 4 trucks to really, or cars, to really keep tabs on throughout the race. Like the actual points the points battle down the stretch. All right, lap 38. Pit stop's coming in about 2 or 3 laps. I'll have to police myself and pit with somebody. Obviously, you have to pit with somebody. But especially on the short tracks and a slow pit road and everything being tight, I don't want to take advantage of, hey, I'm just going to pit when there's not a lot of trucks on pit road, and that's how you gain spots. So it's kind of just a luck of the draw on when I'm on pit road, if it's congested or not. And I'm trying to make a point of just randomly mentioning these things that people that watch these already know. But I have all of the AI trucks, their fuel tanks are shrunk, while mine is the same. So I kind of just role play and pretend mine is the same as theirs. Because I could easily just stay out, especially on a short track, I could easily stay out till all the pit stops are cycled through. And then possibly a wreck comes out and I'm the only truck on the lead lap, and that could be my strategy all the time. I don't want that, so what I usually want to do is figure out when to pit, and because everything's slowed up here, I'm just pitting right now.
40 is the speed limit, 40, 4,000 in second.
Let's hope Kareem Abdul-Jabbar does not give me the business here. And to be 100% honest, I did pick John Denver
The leader is now on pit road. Go, 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 get going there. Keep it
as the truck to pit with.
40, 4,000 in second.
And there he is. We're doing good. This is what I'm talking about, the congestion on pit road. We kind of... Probably the next round is...
Hey, watch your speed. 4,000
The
in
next group of
second.
trucks is going to have some problems.
The leader is now on pit road.
As the leader...
Clear pit lane.
As the leader jumps down on the pit road. All right, and I've noticed a trend recently. John Denver's going to be really slow in this first lap after pit stops, but so am I, because I'm on real fresh tires, trying not to spin out. But
The leader is now on pit road.
kind of just staying with John Denver right now, not racing him. Because I could easily pass him right now. But they're just weird the first 1 or 2 laps after pit stops. Wow, there's Pete Rose. What a stop for Pete Rose, I think. Or he might have just had... Yeah, that's like a mirage, because we almost got into him on pit road, but he was probably this real far ahead of me in the standings anyway. Oh, I tell you what, I'm seeing a lot of trucks we haven't seen yet.
Clear.
We got Bigfoot there. Doc Holliday right here.
Truck out here, stay high. Clear, clear. Top 20, buddy. Keep hustling.
All right, there's Albert Einstein. We were running with Albert Einstein before stop, so that's kinda. He was behind me.
Next truck is the leader, big man. Do what you gotta do.
There's
Clear,
Oscar
clear.
T. Grouch. And pit stops are probably cycled through by now. I usually try to pan up from pit road and show the field a couple times. And there's me coming out of turn 4. If the camera's still there, hey everybody. Yeah, it looks like all the pit stops cycled through. Billy Ocean back in P40. It's a big drop for him. Probably the congestion on pit road. Edward Scissorhands back there. And with 113 laps remaining here at Richmond, Dorothy came out in the lead ahead of Pablo Escobar during those stops. Or she may have been in the lead before the stops, I don't know. Bob Vila, trying to reclaim the points lead this race. He's P4. Hank Hale, P5. Let's not sleep on Hank Hale. And Turf Ferguson hanging out in the top 10, but now it's just a matter of what goes wrong with him.
You have to remember this. The Fabio fiasco was seen across the country, and it was even the brunt of network comedian jokes. But Fabio is crying foul, and he says the 10 to 15-pound goose that hit him in the face while he helped launch Busch Gardens' newest roller coaster is no laughing matter.
It wasn't a freak accident, and it's going to happen again. And, I cannot live with my conscience knowing that the ride is still running. And maybe, a person or even a child can be killed.
Busch Gardens spokeswoman Cindy Sarko says the accident is not being taken lightly, and the folks at the park are sorry it happened. And even though business is still booming and attendance numbers are up, the situation is still being investigated.
We have other roller coasters in the park that are in or sit in or near the water, and no one has ever been hit by a goose in the face.
We're back here at Richmond. It's the running of the I Can't Believe It's Not Butter 160. Just some hot racing action. Stay tuned. Stay tuned after the race here on PBS for a all-new episode of Ghost Rider. Follow the rambunctious and curious Bronx teens living near or above a bodega. Some of them live above a bodega. Some of them do other stuff. But they get help from a paranormal orb that grabs letters from nearby posters and magazines and whatnot, and then forms words that helps the teens solve crimes. In today's episode, Jamal's grandmother keeps getting newspapers stolen from her mailbox, and the gang suspects her neighbor, Mrs. Flinkins. And the Ghost Rider orb will help them solve the case, or will it? That's after the race on PBS. All right, we're on lap 70 here. We're going to let the field cycle through past the start-finish line and get a field snapshot from the big guy. I think we should be good. Andre, let us have it. What do you got?
Yeah, you're right, Jeff. Just tremendous hot racing action here under the lights on a Saturday night. You can't ask for anything else. If you're American and you like NASCAR, this is perfect. Dorothy still has the lead over Pablo Escobar up there near the front. Hank Hill. Some of those drivers flipped some spots since the commercial. Hank Hill up to P4. Turf Ferguson's, I think, gained 2 or 3 spots since the commercial during the commercial break. Mark Martin, he's kind of plateaued. The difficulty's really kicking in now. He's having a hard time gaining some positions. John Denver's still there. Bigfoot, P18. Willy Wonka started near the back with Mark Martin, kind of. So he's there, P20. And looking through the rest of the field, nothing really sticking out. Joe Dirt, a big points name, is in P24. And poor Godzilla. Dumb man low. Just can't figure out what's going on with that Godzilla truck. Was running, started the race pretty decently, but here he is yet again back in 36. Not sure what's going on with Godzilla. But we got about, I don't know, probably 10 laps till the next round of pit stops. It's going to be furious. I'll be here on pit road. Just really excited about these stops coming up.
Yeah, Andre's right. You can't beat racing on a Saturday night. We're on lap 74. About 8 laps from pit stops, I'd say. Give or take. I think Pete Rose is a little bit slow here. It's time to pass Pete Rose cleanly here. We've really dropped off from that next little group of trucks. Oh, I don't have enough. I got him.
Truck outside.
Oh boy. Haven't attempted a pass in a while. Almost forgot how to do it. I think I got him here though, and I just gotta do it.
Truck up high there. Stay low, truck up top. Still there.
This looks good.
Still there.
I guess not.
Stay low.
Come on, Pete. Let me go.
Clear up top.
There we go. All right, the good news is I have a lot of runway in front of me now for pit stops. Looks like that's Julius Caesar ahead of me. I will pit when Julius Caesar pits. Gritty snuck in below Pete Rose. And Gritty's actually on the charge.
Hey, he's showing the crop flag there. We're halfway home, big man.
Tell you what, I'm actually starting to get a little nervous down the stretch here. I want to save this $10 and show I'm the alpha male. I really want to win this championship. I'm like gripping the wheel right now, focused. Hopefully Julius Caesar gives us enough of a lead time on when he's pitting. That's not enough. So I got to go in next time. I thought it was going to be easy, but it wasn't. Yeah, no caution yet.
Keep it under 4040, 4,000 in second.
Did they pit too? Okay, no. I was gonna say, did Julius Caesar pit too early? But no. Oh man.
The leader is now on pit road.
Come on, let me out. Nobody coming? Excellent.
Go, go, go. Get going there. Yinz did a good job on that stop. That's what I want to see. Hey, watch your speed. 4,000 in second.
And we got an excellent pit stop there. And here's Turd Ferguson, and he's one of these. He was in the top 5.
Clear pit lane. Get going there. Nope, we got a yellow.
Shit.
Yellow. Come on, keep digging. Race back to the stripe.
I'm gonna do everything I can to get to. What is this? God.
Pit road is closed.
That's gonna mess the field up.
Okay, we're under caution there. Whoa, we're up. That was some good racing, buddy. Get behind the 55 truck.
There you heard the get behind the 55 truck. Sounds much nicer. Not perfect, but...
Okay, man, pit road is open for business. Hey, you can't pit here. We gotta wait till the next time by.
So what's going on? A bunch of trucks on pit road. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I'm guessing I'm screwed. And we have Gritty and Turd Ferguson making a move to pit. I'm not pitting. I'm going to stay out and just... I just pitted. I'm not going to pit again. Pablo Escobar and Hank Hill are in the same boat. Okay, we're at the tail end of the lead lap. So that's something. But I only have 3 spots to gain here right now. Oh, this sucks. But who lucked out? Looks like Bob Vila lucked out. John Denver, and Joe Dirt, so all the people I'm racing with for the frickin' points stayed up in the top 10 pretty much. Looks like Turd Ferg and Gritty are leaving pit road now-ish. Yeah, not sure if I showed it during the pit stops, but here's the hot racing action that brought out the caution. 3 wide coming out of that turn. Had nothing to do with merging or nothing. Oh, that's a horse shit caution right there, buddy. If that's what brought it out. That's horse shit from NASCAR. But that's where we're at.
The lights are off on the pace truck. We're going green next time by. Get those tires clean for me. Get on the outside line here and be careful. Lappers are going to be coming up to the front inside of you there. Get behind the 25 truck. And you're staying up top there on the outside line.
Okay. Didn't know that was that long, but let's go to Andre. I wanted you guys to hear the one to go call out there. Let's go to Andre. What do you got, Andre?
Yeah, Jeff, NASCAR not happy about Mark Martin's radio there, using profanity as he called the caution horse poop. But
Time to go to work.
we got a hot restart here coming up. Mark Martin's going to try to get to the inside.
Okay, the pace
And
truck is off.
unfortunately for Bryce, Turd Ferguson ended up a lap down somehow, I think on that extra pit stop he had. So that sucks for him. And you know, speaking of Mark Martin, I hate to be a sensationalist, but this might cost him the championship. He might look back at this bad luck caution
The leader is coming up on you.
because he was
Still there.
primed for a top 10 finish here, and it's really funny listening to his radio beforehand,
Stay low. Truck
talking about how nervous he is because he's a little bitch.
Stay low. Truck up top.
Talking about trying to win the championship, and this is going to be
The leader is coming up
this
on
might be
you.
hard, too much to overcome for Mark Martin. Anyway, we're like a lap or 2 into the green, so I'll give it back to you here.
Stay low. Truck up top.
Yeah.
Stay low.
Andre is not wrong. And we're 3 wide. Hang on.
Truck under you. Stay high. Clear down low. The leader is coming up on you.
Shut up.
Outside. Clear up top.
So yeah, we have a bunch of trucks. Basically, this is like a documentary of lions chasing a pack of wildebeest, and he's just gonna pick off the
Leader is coming up on you.
little limp one, trailing at the end of the pack. Because Bob Vila is right behind me. He's the leader. I do want to stay ahead of him in case a caution comes out and I can gain more spots anyway. But for the time being, I am Not a happy camper.
The leader is coming up on
And we're going to have to hear that call out for a while now. Because I'm guessing there's just like a certain interval it hits that the leader's behind you, and then it'll play. But thankfully, Bob Vila's on the top line up there.
leader is coming up on you.
Shut your face. Oh, I'm scrambling now. I'm not hitting my marks. We're smooth sailing there for a while. Now, Turd Ferguson. Now, hang on. Turd Ferguson. Yeah, he's a lap down,
On you.
but he passed Bob Vila there and was able to move to the inside. So he's actually for position now. All these trucks ahead of me are for position. Turd Ferguson is for position as well. So Andre really missed the mark on saying Turd Ferguson was in trouble, which he is.
Leader is coming up on you.
But he's not like he's a full lap down or something wild, you know.
Truck outside.
I really wish I had turned on random cautions.
Truck up top. Stay low. Truck up top.
Oh wait, I did turn on random cautions. Hang on, let me go press the button. No.
The leader is coming up on you.
But yeah, Andre's not wrong. This kills, especially because all the big point boys
Is coming up on
are
you.
up in the top 10 right now, getting a lot of points. This just sucks. Enjoy Caesar. It's really shaping up to, he's going to be the only other truck that will give me a chance to save 10 bucks, and he's in the same boat as me. Slowly dying in the ocean, naked. Meanwhile, Nathan Jessup.
The leader is coming up on
See, I'm a dumbass because I'm thinking there's like lappers that are getting around Bob Vila right now, but no. Whoever got around Bob Vila is probably the leader, which is Colonel Nathan Jessup from A Few Good Men
Truck up top.
in the AC Racing Mountain Dew Code Red truck.
Still there.
So at least
The
Bob,
leader is coming up on you.
shut your.
Still there.
Oh, we're gonna.
Clear, clear.
Oh, slid up the track.
Truck up higher.
Almost got hooked into the wall by the Hulkster.
The leader is coming up on you.
Oh, it's annoying.
Truck up higher.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, and trying to push them 3 wide to get away from the leaders. Another 5 laps or so. I'll throw up a field snapshot.
The leader
And-
is coming up on you.
I've mentioned multiple times how those snapshots work. All these trucks that are on the tail end of the lead lap here ahead of the leader, their intervals won't be 100% accurate. I'm probably just going to copy them from the actual video, the video here.
The leader is coming up on you.
Because you'll see before I do the snapshot, I'll move the standings in the bottom right. I'll move it back to 31 through 40 so I can see those intervals, and worst comes to worst, just copy them into the field snapshot instead of copy and pasting the whole thing from the replay program.
The leader is coming up on you.
I'm going to hear that in my sleep. You're going to hear it in your sleep.
leader is coming up on you.
Oh, Jesus.
Stay low.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Stay low. Stay low. Clear, clear. The leader is coming up on you.
Son of a bitch. Andre, give it to us straight. What do you got there?
Hey, Jeff, the leader is coming up on you. You horse's ass. Nathan Jessup in the lead. Bob Vila and Joe Dirt up there as well. Smokey the Bear giving a good run for Jacob Squeaks. Dorothy hanging out in the top 10. Your mom sneaking into the top 10. She's been making some runs recently. Because your mom's hot. And then we got, I don't know, what else we got here? John Denver, a big point name. He's P14 right now. And then you got Walker Texas Ranger P25. Just, there's 40 trucks I could mention and talk about them, but we can't. Godzilla's moved his way up to P29. And of course, you got all these turds fighting to stay on the lead lap, including Mark Martin. And then you got some lap down trucks there. Hogan, Newman, Cardi B, Alex Trebek, and Conan O'Brien for Phil. He might take a big hit here in the Owners' Championship points that we'll look at after the race. But for now, Jeff, we'll send it back to you. Hey, I think the leader's coming up on you there.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. The leader is right behind me right now. I was hoping for some lappers, you know, to get in between me and him. It's just not happening. And we're about, I'd say with that caution, I'm trying to do the math in my head, it was 40, 80, 120. 41, 82, 123 basically was the window. So we're on lap 113 right now, so I'm guessing 125 are going to be pit stops, and that's 10 laps from now. And it seemed like most of the field pitted after all that. And I didn't, so in all honesty, I should be pitting a little bit earlier than them anyway. Probably with Julius Caesar. Man, I need a caution. Come on.
The leader is coming up on you.
And this also plays into what I was talking about earlier about fixing these races. Because yeah, if I want to save $10, I want to win the championship, which would mean I would restart this race from scratch. No thanks.
The leader is coming up on you.
Which I don't mind. You know, I would just like take a day or two off from the game and come back fresh or something, but it's not worth all that. $1 million maybe.
Truck outside. Stay low. The leader is coming up on you. Still there. Clear, clear. Truck outside. Clear up.
Yeah, I know Pablo Escobar and Dorothy were battling early
Clear, clear.
in this race. And, I mean, Pablo took off from the other tail end of the lead lappers here. Hank Hill took a big hit with that caution as well. All right, I think I'm finally leaving the leader in the dust now. So, I mean, this sucks. Like I'm going to be pitting early. I've already fingered like lap 20, 125. I still want to see another truck on pit road before I pit. I don't want to just blindly make some weird decision, not factoring in how the caution laps affected fuel mileage for these trucks, but yeah, I don't know. Just not good stuff. I don't know why Andre the Giant turned heel on me, by the way, either. Just told him to do his job. All right, at least we got rid of the leader call out. All right, lap 25. That was my ballpark number on pit stops. And what sucks is I need a caution, and this is just not helpful. I need a caution right now, basically. Somebody, please, come on. I need it right now because I gotta go into the pits right now.
The leader is coming up on you. Keep it under 4040, 4,002nd. The leader is now on pit.
Okay, the leader was Colonel Jessup, so we need another good pit stop here and get out ahead of him. And hopefully there's congestion on pit road up there, and I'll be in good shape. It looks like this is a good stop here.
Go,
Yeah, 15.7.
40 is the speed limit. 40, 4,002nd. The leader is now on pit road. Hey, watch your speed. 4,002nd.
What a kick in the nuts if a caution comes out after all this and I still am like a lap down somehow.
Clear pit lane, get going there.
I think I'm good. At least I got out ahead of those leaders on pit road, but if a caution comes out here,
Merge when you can.
I don't know. I don't see Pablo Escobar anywhere.
You got a slow truck up high.
Slow truck up high. What does that mean exactly? Man, I'm just
Leader is now on pit road.
kind of cruising on my own here. Don't know what to make of this. Where's Pablo Escobar? Man, I gained... Maybe they're only taking on... No, because they'd be ahead of me. I must have just had an elite entry and exit. So I'm 2 seconds ahead of these leaders. And I'm challenging for positions right now? What is this? I did a full pit stop. All right, I'm breaking my rule. I'm going to take advantage of their slow lap after pitting. I don't know what happened here. Something happened. I did hear a call out about a slow truck up high, so I'm guessing the field might have gotten bunched up somewhere, and I was able to gain a lot of time. But I got 29 laps to really do something here. I got about 7 or 8 trucks ahead of me on my screen that I can possibly pass. And I don't have to worry about tires too much. I can really book it. So we'll say I was 20 seconds ahead. I was 20 seconds ahead of the leader before pit stops because he was right on me. give or take a few seconds. So we'll use 20 as a round number. And right now I'm 16.5. So I gained 3.5 seconds somehow. But then the rest of the field, but I don't know. I don't know how far back the field was from the leader. I don't know. All right, my engine's skipping at the end of that. It's been doing that all race. And I've been kind of monitoring that and getting out of the throttle before it happens. So I got to make sure this engine doesn't blow here down the stretch. But hey, spots gained or spots gained. I started this race P40, and in the grand scheme of things, if I can get into like P25 here, that's a decent amount of points gained, spots gained. And then starting in the top 20 at Darlington, who knows what happens there? Because at Darlington we're running no damage, because pretty much all Darlingtons, or at least all of them based off of the Papyrus Darlington, which is going to be the one we're running. Not the actual Papyrus one, but it's based off of the Papyrus one, it feels like. Those all have a problem with merging on and off a pit road. There's always those wrecks in turn 3. So we won't have random cautions there either, but damage will be off, just so your truck doesn't get screwed over and on that merging stuff. Because I'm a nice guy. Alright, 22 to go. I'm tracking down Macho Man and Oscar the Grouch. Joe Dirt, that son of a horse shit, is in P1 right now. Got around Nathan Jessup and Bob Vila and all them during those pit stops. Or came out and ahead of them somehow, I guess. I don't know. Trying to get some good intervals for you here. I'm trying to set up a field trying to set up a field snapshot. Hank Hill's 21 seconds behind the leader, but he's right on him. So I'm waiting for Doc Holliday's number to switch. And it happens at the worst possible time. I'm missing something. Well, that's because he's right behind me. I got to do it immediately, pretty much. There's the switch. Yeah, these intervals aren't going to be accurate at all. Andre the Giant on pit road. This is your final field snapshot of the race. What do you got?
Yeah, Jeff, as you said, Joe Dirt in the lead now. 1.15 seconds ahead of Nathan Jessup there, and if PBS Sports knew how to do their field snapshots, we'd have some pretty good intervals here for you. But they're going to be all janked up. But you can see where your truck is on the track, but then just know that Hulk Hogan, Turk Ferguson, Newman from Seinfeld, Cardi B, Alex Trebek, and Conan O'Brien are a lap down. We got 18 laps to go, probably 17 to go by now. And it's just setting up to be a hot finish as usual. We'll see if Joe Dirt can hang on to that lead, or if Nathan Jessup can close him down. Or, close the gap. But that's it for me.
Boy, Andre really knows how to get under my skin. I'm trying to track down Macho Man, and it looks like there's some racing going on up here, so might slow them down some. Just trying to pick up any spots I can. Tell you what, Andre totally forgot to check the replay when he paused the game to see what happened on those pit stops, why Mark Martin gained all those positions. Oh, we got a slope truck here. Hang on. Oh, my God. Bob Vila. Or no, damn it. Sorry. No, that's Darth Vader. I should have known that was Darth Vader. So, I did change that. we put him in a new car file a while ago. And Darth Vader finally having trouble again. There's nothing I can do. It's just a brand new file. Unless the game just does not like Darth Vader as a name, or a name that begins with V. I don't know. But hopefully that's a spot gain for me. Joe Dirt still exactly 1.15 seconds ahead of Nathan Jessup. Nothing's changed. Okay, Nathan Jessup just closed it by 0.07 of a second. And they're probably coming up on 10 to go. And I'm catching these bastards up in front of me now. Alright, Jessup's now under a second. Not sure he has time, though. Joe Dirt for Ron Guay, looking for his second win of the season. He won at Trenton. Nathan Jessup just lost 100th. I think Joe Dirt has this in the bag. Mark Martin probably could have, yeah. I could have pushed this. I could have pushed the truck a little bit harder in this final run, but now my tires are finally toast, and I'm just not going to be able to make. I'm not going to be able to pass anybody. I don't think. Yeah, I did get excited. I think I was just wishful thinking. I think I knew that was Darth Vader, but then I just said Bob Vila, hoping like it would turn into Bob Vila. Because all those drivers getting points this race is a killer. John Denver P13 also. But I may be able to gain a few spots. Alex Trebek's a lap down. Yeah, Darth Vader 2 laps down. Pablo Escobar and Hank Hill ended up a lap down. I think after pit stops. Or no, I didn't mention their names during that snapshot, so I'm not sure how they got a lap down. Maybe Joe Dirt was coming up on them or something. I don't know, but I think that might have accounted for Jessup gaining on him, because Joe Dirt now is 1.37 seconds ahead of him. He's really pulled away from him a little bit. I have the potential to gain a spot or two here. Just what a fall from grace for Alex Trebek. I made that great charge to the lead in points, and has just collapsed. All right, let me go, Pete Rose. I'm your owner. Maybe I can get around old Willie here. Oh, come on, Pete Rose. Son of a bitch. I'm trying to stay out of the owner's way here. Or the leaders.
white flag, big man. Truck outside. Clear, clear.
God damn it. Pete Rose. Joe Dirt, asshole.
Clear, clear.
I didn't really lose too many spots there, though. Maybe 3.
Checkers, buddy, checkers. Slow her down there.
I'm the team owner. I don't care. I'm going to spend some money.
Big man.
I'm going to go track down Pete Rose.
40 is the speed limit.
He's trying to hide from me up there, but I see him. Rod Woodson, get out of here. Go to hell, Pete Rose.
Hey, the race is over, buddy. Pull into the pit.
Suck it, Pete Rose. Whoa, disappeared.
Is the speed limit. 40. 4,000 in second. Oh, we got a yellow. Yellow, yellow. Come on, keep digging. Race back to the stripe. There's debris all over the track out there. Good Lord, buddy. Are you okay? There goes the engine. She sure was a good one while she lasted. We got damage on the back end. You're dropping fluid all over the track. It's never good when your truck is smoking like that, partner.
All right, had some fun at the end of the race there, showing off a few more of the damage call-outs that you don't get to hear every race. But anyway, yeah, Joe Dirt got that win. But already, let's jump into it. And before we get into the results, how about that John Wilkes Booth wreck at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park? I didn't even see that when I was doing that entire race replay. It was just something I totally forgot, the call-out we got that was like, there's a wreck on pit road. I totally forgot about that. And then when I was putting together the montage for the last week segment, I wanted to go find what happened to John Wilkes Booth, and he was embedded in the pit wall, which is crazy. Anyway, Smokey the Bear and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 2 straight top 10 finishes. Albert Einstein as well, 2 straight top 10s here. Gritty, almost 2 straight top 10s. But that's a big day for Campbell Racing, but is it? Because you saw what happened to Darth Vader there at the end. Sneaky, Dwight Schrute there in P9. That's a B Spinny truck. That's, and you see B Spinny over there on the right in P14, and then in P17 with Daenerys. Those are all B Spinny trucks. Keep that in mind for later. And there's nothing else going on this first page that's worth talking about. No offense. On the second page here, again, nothing worth talking about. Sorry, not too much. There's nothing going on. I'm going to kick myself if I totally forgot to talk about something that was important. But yeah, Pete Rose spun me out. I ended up finishing P31, but I'm going to start P10 at Darlington. The next race, the Hooters 500, the Hooters Southern 500. But we all got screwed on that caution. And I forgot to go back and check to see how I gained spots during that one caution late in the race. It was something. I mean, I did everything legit, so something must have happened. But yeah, we all lost. Pablo Escobar was up there. Hank Hill was up there. I was up there. Godzilla over there, P28, another big drop for him. He just can't get it together. And you see Tart Ferguson with Bryce. He was running top 5, and Bryce gets kicked in the nuts again. And I circled Darth Vader down there. Campbell Racing had an otherwise good day, but we'll take a look at the owners' championship points coming up here and talk about Campbell Racing a little bit. And now the bonus points. Real tight race. A lot of drivers led laps here. Pablo Escobar snuck in 2 more laps than Dorothy, so Pablo Escobar gets the extra bonus point. And then you see the 3 fastest laps of the race belong to Walker Texas Ranger, Randy Savage, and Newman from Seinfeld. I had the fastest lap by over a 10th, so I've already made a note to up this difficulty. I had retuned in this track, and after a month of running races, I've gotten a better feel for how everything. So I just get faster, and it's just a weird, it's just a weird ebb and flow to where if a difficulty is going to be good or not, good or difficult enough. But I've already made a note to up the difficulty for the next time I am at Richmond. And it's weird to say it, but we have only 7 races remaining. Here's what the individual points battle looks like for over the course of the 30 races. John Denver. Nobody's talking about John Denver. I always say things like that, but nobody's talking about him. And he's just staring at you in front of those mountains, in the lead, in the points lead. And Bob Vila, Joe Dirt's up there, and Walker has fallen. I'm up there. How about Nathan Jessup out of nowhere? But not totally out of nowhere. I think he finished 6th at Indianapolis, 18th at Canadian Tire, and P2 here, or something like that. So that's why he's in the top 10. But if he's going to stay in the top 10, he needs a good Darlington. And you see your mom over there sneaking around in P11 in the points. It's pretty wild. Again, I don't have time to look at all 40 trucks to see what they're doing. But a big fall from grace for Pablo Escobar down there. He really needed a good finish here and didn't get it. And finally, the owner's points. We got a new name up at the top, B. Spinney. That's why I was harping on all of his drivers on the page 1 of the results. And then you have Chad Crow, RFY. Phil Siborowski took a massive hit here. Actually, looking at the results, I know Pablo Escobar finished back in the pack. And Conan O'Brien finished P38. Escobar finished P32. Hank Hill finished P34. So that's a tough. Phil took a big hit here. He was up there in the points before this. But guess what? All of his drivers are starting top 10 at Darlington. And it's just, the drill. Who knows what's going to happen? But the big surprising thing for me was Campbell Racing. I don't think they even changed their deficit to the points leader at all. I think it remained the same or changed by 1 or 2 points. It's just a weird quirk of the points format. But having Darth Vader there have to change his tires at the end really messed up Campbell there. So that does it for Richmond. Still having a lot of fun with the season, and we're getting down to it. 7 races to go. Darlington's next, and then we're hitting Bristol, Memphis, Texas, North Wilkesboro, Talladega's in there somewhere, and then we hit up 1980s Atlanta. So we're getting down to it. A lot of money on the line. Thanks for all the views, comments, likes, subscriptions, everything. I know people are having fun with the season. I'm having a blast. And I will see you at Darlington. It's going to be a long one. Thanks for watching.